のですね。名誉のために。
といつもこいつもくだらねえことばかり抜かしやがって。名誉のためだ。アホじゃねえのか。とにかく思いっきり暴力を振るいたい気分だ。
Desire to inflict overwhelming violence. Hey everyone, this is Chris Bolts, and I'm coming in with an episode recap and review of this week's episode of Sentenced to be a Hero. Now, this is a brand new anime that just dropped yesterday. That'll be Sunday, January 3rd for you guys if you watch this video in the future, or rather January 4th. And let's just say, I'll just give it to you straight right now. If you are a fan of Berserk, you will be a fan of Sentenced to be your Hero. Now, these two right here that you're looking at right here are the main characters, the protagonist right here. His name is Xylo. And this little girl right here, she's known as a goddess named Teorita. He is part of a group of heroes, and I guess in this particular world, when you are labeled a hero, you're actually been sentenced for a very heinous crime that you have committed, and I'll get back to that here in just a second. But when this anime opens up, you are impressed by the artwork that you're seeing right here. You're seeing a first person's perspective right here of one of the Xylo's teammates. His name is Dota. He's got these things that are called fairies that are chasing him. And yes, in this particular dark fantasy, fairies are ugly looking things that want to eat you and that want to kill you. They want to do everything possible to get to you. And Dota was being chased by that. And we see that Xylo right here, he actually came in and saved it in the most glorious of fashions. He just comes jumping out of the sky with a dagger and jams it right down into the skull of that fairy. Yes, this is a very visceral, very violent anime. Like I said, if you like Berserk, you will like Sentenced to be a Hero, because it has that dark fantasy flair, has all the blood and guts, no pun intended, for the main character from Berserk that you come to love and expect in a lot of these anime. And right here we see that Dota was carrying this strange box, and Xylo had gotten a hold of it, looked at it, and saw what it was. And when he saw that the sigil that was on there, he thought it was a royal or noble or big shot, but it turns out that the person that was off in there was that little goddess Teorita. This little girl right here. She starts calling Xylos her knight, and he's at first reluctant to want to go ahead and team up with this little girl, because he says specifically he does not like goddesses. But we get treated to some awesome animation right here. And that's one of the things right here about this anime, is the animation is just phenomenal. It's you are marvel at this. You're like, wait a minute, there's no way that the entire series is going to have this level of animation, and I don't think it will, because I think this is more like a feature-length animation film, and it's a great way to actually introduce you to this series. But I'm in this for the long haul, for the story in and of itself, and we're going to get to that here towards the end, because it really lays it out what the story is all about here. Because this episode right here is pretty much action from beginning to end. You get introduced to these characters that you automatically start caring about. You start caring about Xylo, Dota. You start caring about Teorita. And you're hoping that they do not fall prey to any of these fairies. I mean, just look at the ugliness of these fairies. And usually when we think about the word fairy, we're thinking about little pixies that are flying about. They're all cute and they're all lovable, adorable. No, not these things. These things are out to eat. They are out to kill. And the whole entire premise of what's going on right here is that they're trying to help these holy knights escape. And when you see the reaction of these holy knights as they notice who saved them, they don't care to be saved by these heroes, because once again, in this particular world, if you're sentenced to be a hero, you basically have committed some very heinous crimes, and that's what Dota is. Dota's one, Xylo's one, obviously, and then there's another one right here. This guy, his name here is, I think, is Venitrim. He's in the base with some other knights, and they're let me just try to get back there so you can take a look and see what he looks like. He's this guy with the glasses. This guy right here, Venitrim. He's another one, and they can communicate over long distances via these marks around their necks. That allows them to be able to communicate, and it's only available between these heroes. And one thing about these heroes that's mentioned multiple times is that if these heroes die, they can be brought back to life to continue carrying out their sentences. And but one of the downsides of being brought back to life, as Xylo mentioned at the beginning of this, is that when you're brought back to life too many times, you start to lose more and more of your memories. And there's a reason why Xylo does not want to be brought back to life. He wants to stay in this one particular body. And once again, we'll get to that here in just a minute. Now, we're fast forwarding, going forward. He's going to meet up with a whole bunch of other holy knights that are fighting against this array of fairies and demons that are just coming at them. And he's going over there to try to help them to save these people, because that's one of his part of his job, is to try to help these holy knights survive this war. He's trying to help out this commander right here. Her name is Kivia, and this is just one big giant battle after another. There's a lot of very good tech that's being used here and everything, and they're trying to fight against the demon lord. And this thing right here that you see right here, that's the demon lord. And so we're treated to something completely different and unexpected from when we think about what the Japanese call a demon lord. Instead, we see this big, giant, ugly creature type thing that is actually fighting, that is the source of all these fairies that are just coming at them and trying to take them over and dominate them. And this is when it's in this transformed state, and it just looks gross and looks vicious. And there's multiple demon lords in this particular anime, because Xylo himself said that he is he's killed multiple demon lords in his past. The fight seems too overwhelming, and Terrorita pleads with Xylo to take her power, to use her power, and ultimately he relents because he understands that they are being overwhelmed by all of these fairies and the demon lord, and he takes her power in. They finally they don't necessarily merge, but he does cut a scar on his arm, on his hand rather, and she kisses the blood. He kisses his blood, as you see right here, and he swears to become her knight, and she just opens up all kinds of new abilities and powers for him, and they just go on a butt kicking spree right here, and you just see that right there. Look at the spectacular, phenomenal animation that you got right here in this particular scene right here with Terrorita just summoning all these daggers, these knives and whatnot. Bottom line, they eventually are able to destroy the demon lord in the most epic of fashion, and we flash back to why Xylo does not want to lose his memories or anything. All the way here at the end, we see that he's on trial for the crime of killing a goddess. He tries to explain why he had to have killed his goddess, and apparently the goddess that was originally teamed with him, he killed her because she started being influenced by the power of the demon lord. It started trying to turn her into a fairy. And let's see right here. So one of the downsides of these goddesses is that once they have reached their power limit, as you can see right here, once they reach their power limit, they become highly susceptible to coming under the influence of the demon lord. And you see all this stuff happening on her right now, and he's trying to explain that to these adjudicants that are passing judgment over him, but they didn't want to hear any of it. They said, "There's no proof of this. You, the demon, you were just making this stuff up. There's no record of this phenomenon," and the temple rejects the possibility of it. But then Xylo he realizes as he's getting ready to be put down right here, his head is going to be crushed into the ground the same way that Guts' head was crushed down in front of Femto by these two cars. They push his head down, and as he looks up, he realizes that this has all been one giant conspiracy. You see the surprised look on his face. He's looking at all this adjudicant looking down on him. I see now. It was all a setup. And you wanted this to happen. And he says he swears upon everything that he is going to find them and he's going to kill them. And he's going to exact revenge upon them. You see how he's looking up at him. And when I was thinking this, I was thinking, this seems just like Taken. I will find you and I will kill you. And that's exactly what's going on right here. But this entire anime was just awesome. It basically blew the socks off of everybody. And originally I wasn't going to do a review of this or anything like that, but you see right here, 22,900 upvotes to 91 downvotes, which is insane. This already has a 4.9 rating. Now it's 5.0. I gave it a 5 out of this. This is the way that you introduce people to a brand new anime. It was a 58-minute, like I said, feature-length film. I don't think they're going to be able to keep this type of animation for the entirety of the season. But if they do, oh my God, this is phenomenal. New episode will be available on 1/15. So this was like just a special episode that was just dropped. Then we're going to be coming back in 10 days on Thursday. Definitely be looking out for that. I am definitely going to be following this anime and going to be doing reactions and reviews like I did for One Punch Man and for One Piece. So keep an eye out for that. Sentenced to Be a Hero, episode 1, 9 out. Well, did I give it a 9 out of 10? I gave it a 5 out of 10, or I gave it a 5. I gave it a 5 stars, so I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. This was a great episode. If you are a fan of dark fantasy, if you are a fan of Berserk, if you are a fan of a downtrodden hero whose sole purpose is just revenge and just to inflict overwhelming violence, Sentenced to Be a Hero is for you. Have you guys seen this episode? What did you guys think of it? Jump down in the comments, let me know what you think, and make sure you like, share, subscribe, turn on those post notifications. All that stuff really does help me out. And remember, this is Chris Bolt signing off, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Take it easy.